Karunakar. Ladies, gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
I call to order meeting number 988. Shall we start with the minutes of the last meeting, please? May I request the secretary of the club, Nandan Damle, to read out the minutes, please. Nandan. I see a lot of guests in the audience today. You can see my enthusiasm looking at you. A very warm welcome to the Bangalore Toastmasters Club. You've come to the largest Toastmaster club in Bangalore and the second oldest club in the city. We've been around for 20 years now. If you would like to know how to join the club, during the coffee break, which is at 7:30, you can come to this side of the dais and we will explain to you how you can join a club. Would you like to introduce yourself, please? So shall we start from here? 150 years ago, in Tindivanam, in Tamil Nadu. Anyone from Tindivanam? You're from Tindivanam. There was this American missionary couple. They used to live with their daughter who was in her 20s. She was a rebel. She used to tell her parents, what are we doing here in Tamil Nadu? Let's go back to the United States. She hated her life there. And she would quarrel with her parents every other day. One night, there was a knock on their door. And this girl goes to open the door. And there was a Brahmin gentleman there. And he told this girl, is there a doctor at home? My wife is just going to deliver a baby. She's not well. I need a doctor. And she said, look, I'm not a doctor, but my father is a doctor. And he can come and help you. And he said, no way. I'll never allow a man to touch my wife. No way. And he walked away. An hour later, a Muslim gentleman came and knocked on the door. Curiously with the same problem. My wife's just going to deliver a baby and she's unwell. I need a doctor. And she said the same thing. And he said, no way. I'll never allow a man to touch my wife. And he walked away. Another couple of hours later, a third gentleman comes with the same request. And she says the same thing. That night, all the three ladies died. Now when you hear the story, you may think this is fiction, or you may think this is a strange coincidence. Actually, it was a strange coincidence. What's the probability of three gentlemen knocking on that door the same night and the fate of all the women turning out to be the same? Well, the next day, she heard that all the three women died. She was shocked. She was appalled at the lack of medical facility in that vicinity. Something moved her. She wanted to do something, but she couldn't. She felt helpless. And she thought at her age, but she hasn't studied medicine, how could she be of help to them? And then she realized maybe I should go back to the United States and learn medicine. But funds was a problem. Somehow, this lady put together funds. Probably she was the oldest student in that batch in the medical college in the States. She finished her medical degree, and guess what she does? She comes all the way back to that same village. Actually, it's in Vellore. And she sets up a medical college, which today is probably the best medical college in India, the Christian Medical College, Vellore. And the lady I'm talking about is Ida Scudder. This just goes to prove that if there is a will, she was old enough for the class. She didn't have the money, but she was driven. And when you're driven, and when you have that will, anything's possible. And this is one of those stories that just marvels me. What's the probability of this happening in our lives? So the most important thing is to have that will. And you get that will when something happens in your life, or when you're driven to achieve something, you will achieve it. So look for that. What is it that you are looking for? You want to be a better speaker? This is the ideal platform for you. Make sure you have the drive. Come here as often as you can. And guests, if you're looking to become a member, don't delay. Come over. Use this facility. And you want to be the greatest speaker? Someone that you admire like Obama or Kennedy or whoever? You can be the same. Nothing's impossible. On that note, I'd like to welcome the Toastmaster of the day. He is surely a very driven person. I've known him for a while now. He's one of the most colorful personalities of our club. He is a software professional. He is very funny. We cannot have a better MC for this evening than Toastmaster Bruno as the Toastmaster of the day. Please put your hands together for Bruno.